Cool. No problem. So if you remember, just remember to do your head checks for the side streets. Remember, if we're changing our wheel track positions on the road, just got to look over our shoulder before we do, okay?
Yep.
Sweet. What we'll do to start with, we're just going to head left out of your driveway, okay?
Yep.
Now remember, just ride the way that the way you normally ride. Try to ride in a certain position that keeps yourself safe, and I'll correct you from there. I'll give you a refresher on where we should be on the road as we're going along. All good for fuel? Sweet. Just zip up that vest if you can as well, just so it's not flapping around. Alright, so when you're ready. Yeah, just going straight through. If you don't hear a direction, just follow the road as it goes. Now remember, on a two-way road like this, in a built-up area, it's always right-hand wheel track unless there's an oncoming car or blind corner coming up. Okay? So if you have a blind corner coming up or an oncoming car, that's when we move to our left. Then we got these parked cars here, so we move back to our right so we can go around these parked cars. At the end of the road, we're going to turn right. Yeah, whenever we're turning right, we want the right-hand wheel track. Whenever we're turning left, we want the left-hand wheel track. Yeah, two-way road like this, right-hand wheel track unless there's an oncoming car or blind corner coming up. Head checking the side streets. So we just want to check the side streets before we pass them, because we don't need to look all the way down the side street. We're just checking the end of it to make sure anyone approaching is slowing down or stopping. Very end of the road, we're going to be turning left. So this would be a bit of a blind corner here, so I would have moved over to my left. It's just so we're away from any cars that might be cutting the corner. Okay, moving to our right now because of the parked car. Make sure we look over our shoulder first though, okay? And turning left at the end of the road. So moving over to our left, just remember to close the gap off on the curb so you can't fit another bike between you and the curb. So this is where you should be. Yep. So yeah, we just want to close this gap off on the curb so that no one can cut you off, like I just did. You can go first though. So yeah, that's all I mean by close the gap off on the curb. There we go. Now, whenever we get a road like this with the island in the middle of the road, it's always right-hand wheel track unless we're turning left or if there's a vehicle in the middle of the island. Just remember to head check the side streets. I see your helmet moving slightly, but got to make sure you exaggerate those head checks, okay? Yeah, just exaggerate everything. So looking now, looking ahead. There we go, perfect. Now when we exit the roundabout, the road's going to split into two lanes eventually. We want the left-hand lane, right-hand wheel track, okay? Yep, come to a stop. So we want to have like at least a small trailer size space between us and the car in front if you can. But yeah, when we exit the roundabout, have a look over your shoulder and just line yourself up with the left-hand lane, right-hand wheel track. Let's try to get up closer to these cars a little bit. There we go. Yeah, try to move with traffic rather than holding up the traffic behind you. So yeah, dual lane roads, we always want the position closest to the dotted white line, if we can, most of the time. If you don't need the right hand lane, then yeah, best to always go to your left hand lane. Dual lane roundabout, so stay in your lane, okay? Been practicing the figure eights at all? Fair enough. Oh, that's fine. At the lights up ahead, we're going to be turning left. So moving to our left now. Got a bike lane here to shoulder check, so shoulder check that before turning. So checking now, and then just follow the curb in. All the way to your left. Follow the curb in. There we go. Because we want to own that bit of road, we want to stop people from cutting us off. Don't indicate for this merge, just look over your shoulder. There we go. And then move into our right-hand wheel track. That is the only merge point you'll ever hear me tell you to not indicate for. It's mostly it's only because of like all the traffic around. It's just too confusing. Yeah. So they'll end up pulling out in front of you. It's a stupid setup. But any other merge point here or in Midland, yeah, always indicate for the merges. Remember, look right, look left before we cross this stop line. Just looking out for anyone running the red light. There we go. Indicating for our merge, looking over our left shoulder, and there we go. Now it's a merge point because both lanes could go straight, so we just wanted to